A quick new idea, daily, from the world's greatest TEDx talks. I'm your host, Atossa Leoni, and this is TEDx Shorts. It may seem like social media is often flooded with people posting the work they do for charities or social justice, and this virtue signaling is often frowned upon. But Erez Yoeli, a research scientist at MIT's Sloan School of Management and a former economist for the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, says this behavior is something we should actually play into to prompt people to do more good. In today's talk, Erez shares a three-pronged approach to motivate the public to do more generous deeds.
How can we get people to do more good? To go to the polls, give to charity? When I first started working on this problem, I collaborated with a power company to recruit customers for a program that prevents blackouts by reducing energy demand during peaks. The program is based on a tried-and-true technology. It's one the Obama administration even called the cornerstone to modernizing America's electrical grid. But, like so many great technological solutions, it has a key weakness. People. People need to sign up. To try to get people to sign up, the power company sent them a nice letter, told them about all the program's benefits, and it asked them to call into a hotline if they were interested. Those letters went out, but the phones, they were silent. So when we got involved, we suggested one small change. Instead of that hotline, we suggested that they use sign-up sheets that they'd post near the mailboxes in people's buildings. This tripled participation. We all know people care deeply about what others think of them, that we try to be seen as generous and kind, and we try to avoid being seen as selfish or a mooch. And so, small changes that give people more credit for doing good, those changes can make a really big difference. Small changes like switching from a hotline, where nobody will ever find out about your good deed, to a sign-up sheet, where anyone who walks by can see your name. In our collaborations with governments, nonprofits, companies, when we're trying to get people to do more good, we harness the power of reputations. And we have a simple checklist for this. And in fact, you already know the first item on that checklist. It's to increase observability, to make sure people find out about good deeds. I know some of you are probably thinking, there's no way people here thought, oh, well, now that I'm getting credit for my good deed, now it's totally worth it. And you're right. Usually people don't. Rather, when they're making decisions in private, they worry about their own problems, about what to put on the table for dinner or how to pay their bills on time. But when we make their decision more observable, they start to attend more to the opportunity to do good. In other words, what's so powerful about our approach is that it can turn on people's existing desire to do good. Observability has been used to do things like get people to donate blood more frequently by listing the names of donors on local newsletters, or to pay their taxes on time by listing the names of delinquents on a public website. Toyota got hundreds of thousands of people to buy a more fuel-efficient car by making the Prius so unique that their good deed was observable from a mile away. So, observability is great. But we all know, we've all seen people walk by an opportunity to do good. They'll see somebody asking for money on the sidewalk, and they'll pull out their phones and look really busy. Or they'll go to the museum, and they'll waltz right on by the donation box. And that brings us to the second item on our checklist, to eliminate excuses. When we're trying to eliminate excuses, we need to be very thorough, because people are really creative in making them. For a few years now, we've been collaborating with a mobile health startup called Kihila to support TB patients as they undergo treatment. Now you have to understand, TB treatment, it's really tough. We're talking about taking a really strong antibiotic every single day for 6 months or more. That antibiotic is so strong that it will make you feel sick. It will make you feel nauseous and dizzy. It will make your pee turn funny colors. So it's no surprise that people don't complete treatment. Every day, we text patients to remind them to take their medication. But if we stop there, there'd be lots of excuses. I didn't see the text, or I saw the text, but then I totally forgot. I put the phone down and I just forgot about it. Or I lent the phone out to my mom. We have to eliminate these excuses. And we do that by asking patients to log in and verify that they've taken their medication. If they don't log in, we text them again. If they don't log in, we text them yet again. If after 3 times they still haven't verified, we notify a team of supporters, and that team will call and text them to try to get them back on the wagon. No excuses. It was very effective. All right. You've increased observability, you've eliminated excuses, but there's still a third thing you need to be aware of. To the third and final item on our checklist: to communicate expectations, to tell people, do the good deed right now. Simply tell them, hey, everybody else is doing the good deed. When people find out that their neighbors are using less electricity, they start to consume less. That same approach, it's been used to get people to vote or give to charity or even reuse their towels in hotels. Many of you are working on problems with important social consequences, and sometimes you might need to motivate people to do more good. The tools you learned today can help you with this. And these tools, they don't require that you raise additional funds or that you develop any more fancy technologies. They just require harnessing reputations by increasing observability, eliminating excuses, and communicating expectations.
The TEDx talk you just listened to was recorded at a TEDx event in Boston, Massachusetts. All TEDx events are independently organized by volunteers who believe in TED's mission of ideas worth spreading. Special thanks to the organizing team at TEDxCambridge. Want to listen to the full talk? Find Erez's talk and more at ted.com/TEDxShorts. I'm Atossa Leoni. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.